Well, hello there. Today, we're gonna do something extremely ridiculous. We are indeed gonna build some very skinny townhouses. And I don't even know why I'm doing this, but apparently I am. So let's start, shall we? Oh, we freaking shall. And alrighty-do, here I am on my lot in this beautiful world that I can't really remember the name of, but it's the one from Love Struck. But we are here, and I am. I call this lot for Skinny Legend Row, because that's indeed what it is, people. But anyways, let's start this build. And now, you might be wondering, Nora, how skinny are these townhouses going to be? Well, they are going to be 2 tiles wide. Yes, 2 tiles wide. And I do kind of believe that we're gonna have 4 townhouses as well. So, this is gonna be some skinny townhouses. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be so ugly, but I'm here for it today. But let's see it. They are gonna be 2 tiles wide, but how long are they gonna be? I don't know, maybe to that length? That is a very long house. Oh my. Oh, this is gonna be so ugly. But okay. Then I'm just gonna copy that and copy 2 more actually. Boom, boom, boom. How wonderful. Ooh, maybe they can be alternating a little bit. So this one sticks out and this one too. You know, just alternate them, make some shapes. And then I do believe we are gonna have 3 floors because we need all the space that we can get up in there. Just sort of kind of like that. Wonderful. Maybe I can even put this on a little foundation. Oh wow, I have no words. And then let's see, what else do townhouses have? Oh, they do have a little front garden. And then also just a teeny tiny staircase. Up there, Jago. Oh, okay, I need to take this house a little bit back on the lot. There we go. And then we need to put in our door. And we need a skinny door. So what about this door from the Love Struck pack? That is a very skinny door. I like that. And you know what? Since we have the Love Struck door, we are gonna go with the Love Struck windows as well. Just sort of kind of like so, maybe. We are gonna change this up later, I promise you. But this is just the outline. And then for the back, we also need a backyard. We could indeed just go for a very tall fence. Like that one. Yes. Townhouse vibes. And also in the back, we need some doors. Like so. We also need some staircases. Bam. No, you know what? I'm gonna have a single tile staircase. I think that looks better. And all my doors disappeared. Wonderful. Okay, so there's a shell of our place, a shell of our townhouses. And I do think I'm gonna begin with the inside before I begin with the outside. Because I need to know the vibe of this place. I need to know it all before I begin with the outside. And I'm also kind of scared of the outside because it's gonna be ugly. How am I gonna do the roofing on this, you know? How? And how am I gonna do the inside? That is also a pretty big problem. Oh, yikes me. For real. Well, let's begin with this apartment, townhouse, whatever it was. Let's begin with that. And oh my gosh, what am I even gonna do with the layout, people? Many great questions indeed. Yeah, well, let's put in the staircase first. And oh, so for the first floor, it would have been a good idea to have the staircase close to the front door, you know, so we have lots of space right here. But that means, you know, we don't really have that much space back here on the second floor, on the second floor, and lots of space over here. And that's gonna be awkward because we only have 2 tiles. Yeah, so we gotta push it a little bit to the middle, maybe. Yeah, so if we have the staircase there, and then we have something there, and then something there, maybe. Then I think on the second floor we could have a bedroom and like a walk-in closet or something, and something over there. I mean, that could be like an office, and that could be a bathroom, and that can be a shenanigan room. And then on the first floor we will have a kitchen, then like a living room. Yeah. How am I gonna do this? This is such a dumb idea. But right, I think that for this townhouse, I'm gonna call this place for a guy who just bought a frickety rundown place, and he just realized he has no money to renovate it. That's what this place is. So we of course need some scruffed up wallpaper. So how about this one? Oh yes, scruffed up. And then we need some scruffed up flooring as well. So how about this one? Boom shamalam. Yes, we are gonna go for that one. And then let's see, where is the kitchen gonna be? I mean, I think the kitchen could be around there. We could try with that. Okay, well, let's put it in the fridge. A very scruffed up fridge. So boom shamalam, that one. And a scruffed up stove. And the counter. Bum bum bum. And how about the sink? What are we gonna go for today? Maybe this one. Could be a vibe. Then I'm also just gonna put in some tiles. Some scruffed up tiles. And then some kinda dirty tiles in the background. Okay, we're gonna do that. Oh yikes. What is this place even gonna be? I have no idea, but I need to put up my frack counters. No cabinets. I was so close. But anyways, I am gonna put up my kitchen nickety knacks now. All very messy and dirty up in there. And ta-ta-ta-ta, the very dirty nickety knacks are up. This is a very messy person, okay? It's a young guy, bought a place, and he has no money. And then in here for the living room. Ooh, what are we gonna do? Do we have like a scruffed up couch that is not that big? That is massive. Okay, I think that the scruffed up couches are a little bit too big. So instead, we're gonna go with some very ugly chairs, like so. Then it would be nice with a TV, but the only TV that is kind of scruffed up is this one. And we need a TV that can be on the wall so that people can walk by here. Oh, what am I gonna do? Okay, you know what? Instead of a TV, I'm just gonna put up this scruff mark on the wall so it looks like the previous owner had a TV, but then they took it down and they can't repair it. That is actually pretty hilarious. And it's also gonna have some bottles on the floor. And now you know, them guys and them bottles. That's what I always say. But alright, now for the dining room, our very beautiful dining room, what are we gonna go for? I mean, we could go with this dining table from the debug section. Oh, that is awful. With these chairs. Yes, I am liking that. And then, you know, just some boxes over there. And maybe an electrical fuse box. And can have some very masculine poses on the wall. And then maybe some more boxes on there. You know. It's always neat and nice to have some boxes on the stairs. And a vacuum. And then for the entryway, what are we gonna have in here? I mean, we could have a welcome mat on the inside. I mean, this is an outside welcome mat, but does the guy know any better? Yeah, I really don't think so. But for an entrance table, we're gonna use this old TV, but just turned backwards because this was left behind, people. And now he's just using it as an entrance table. There you go. And another wall hole, because indeed, there was a painting there. They took it down and they can't repair it. Those other peeps, they had no idea what they were doing. No. But you know, this guy has been trying to decorate a little bit with that poster. Really trying his best. Then, right, for the backyard, I'm just gonna do the backyard real quick because with this backyard, it's gonna be very messy indeed. You know, the previous owners and this current owner has not been taking care of the garden. So it's just overgrown. It's really all over the place. And the other neighbors are kind of mad at him for letting this place go down like it is. Oh, that is horrible. But that is indeed our back gardens. Whoa! I mean, these neighbors must absolutely hate him. But okay, let's move on to the second floor. And what shall that bring us? Who knows, really? But okay, first of all, for the second floor, kind of need some doors. And these doors would be good. What was that voice? I have no idea. But okay, let's begin with the bathroom first. That was going to be over here. And for that, we need some tiles, actually. We can go with these tiles. Oh, horrible tiles. I'll take them. And horrible wallpaper. Beautiful. Okay, it's not that horrible, but it's kind of sad. And then for the tub, I think we can go for this tub because it's very old. And that's my reasoning. Then we could get in some bathtub stuff. Look, he's trying his best. He found that thing at a sale and he bought it. Okay? And then for the toilet, just a standard toilet, kind of old. But the sink, that is indeed going to be the utility sink. Bam, bam. Beautiful with the prison mirror. And some very, very untidy towels. And some very dirty walls. Oh, what happened in here? We may never know. Oh, yikes you. But you know, of course, it's going to get some blinds. There you go. I'm going to be a little bit nice today. But he's not going to get any more naked nights because he can't afford it, okay? But I'm going to give him a toothbrush. There we go. But no hands up. He doesn't believe in any hands up. All right? He does not. And excuse you? It was just a test. But holy moly me. Do not start that text with immediate danger and then say test. Oh. If you don't know what that was, it was like an emergency thingy-thangity that you get. But holy mo, how am I supposed to continue after that? Well, I'm gonna put up my window. Thank you very much. My heart. And then for the hallway, I think it would be kind of funny if the previous owners had left their bookcases. But you know, this guy, he doesn't have any books. He can't afford them. So the bookcases are completely empty, except for one. He got like 3 books. But he's been trying though. He has some books right there. And he's gonna organize them later on. Don't you worry. And then, okay, for this room right here, I think it would be kind of cool if we turn this room into a veranda. Okay, just hear me out. It could be kind of cool if you just go like so. And then maybe take down these walls and put up a half wall right there. And out here on the balcony, we're gonna have 2 very dirty chairs and a quote-unquote table with a little mug and some little pottery stuff. You know, he's inspired to do some planting someday, but not today. And he's also gonna have some weights right there because sometimes it works out. There you go. Beautiful balcony. All right, and then for the third floor, people, what are we gonna have? Great questions. I mean, this was gonna be the bedroom, and that was gonna be like a walk-in closet type of situation. I mean, it would make more sense if this was a walk-in closet, but since we have these teeny tiny rooms, we don't have space for a single bed and a nightstand, you know? So therefore, the walk-in closet needs to be had. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, for the walk-in closet and the bedroom, I'm gonna switch it up with a dirty carpet and some other dirty wallpaper. Beautiful. Applause all around. And then for the bedroom, did I take all... Oh my gosh, I took down all the windows. Oh, why did I do that? Anyways, let's put in the bed. And what bed are we gonna go for? Maybe we can go with this bed. Or, you know what? I'm not sure. What bed are we gonna go for? I think we're gonna go for that bed, but in a different color. This one. An air mattress. He hasn't bought a bed yet. And the crate, of course. That's a classic choice. And then over here in that corner, we are indeed gonna have some boxes that he hasn't unpacked yet. That poor guy. Boom, boom. What a beautiful bedroom. All right, now for the walk-in closet. Ooh, we really do not have that much space, do we? No. So maybe we can go for these ones. Lock them on there. And then, of course, this guy hasn't put up any of his clothes yet, except for like 2 shirts and the skirt. That's what he put up. And maybe some folded shirts over there. And yet again, some more boxes. Oh, and this one, the moving cart. Yes. I mean, what an absolute wonderful walk-in closet. And for the hallway, I'm gonna put in the fan as it gets a little bit musty in here. It's an old house. And I'm also gonna put in a hole in the floor. Watch out. Every day he lives in fear for that hole in the floor. Okay, amazing. And then for this room right here, that was gonna be the office. So what are we gonna do for that? I mean, I think it would be kind of cool if we put in an old freaking desk that the previous owners had left him, and he gladly took it because he doesn't have any money. But what he does have is a laptop because he got money for that. He brought it with him, okay? And he used this tarp as a curtain. He has no other curtains, people. But right around, that was the first townhouse. You can't really see it that well because the walls are so teeny tiny. But yeah, here's the second floor as well, with the bathroom and the beautiful hallway, and the first floor over here with the kitchen, the rundown living room, and the backyard. But oh my gosh, okay, that was townhouse number 1, and now we're gonna move on to townhouse number 2, which is gonna have a little bit more clutter in it because they have lived here for a while, I do believe. But alright, I've had a little thinking thought, and I think for the second floor, the second townhouse is gonna be the townhouse for a family. A family of 4, 5, maybe. That sounds like a good number. Maybe this townhouse can be a little bit for rent inspired with the furniture. We can also throw in some other thingy things in there as well. Was that a sentence? I don't know. Okay, well, let's put in the staircase first. Where do we want it, people? Okay, what if we place it like right there? And I'm gonna put the staircase right in the middle because we need a lot of bedrooms. Yeah, now. So what if we have a bedroom over here, and then we could have a teeny tiny bedroom over there, and then we could even people squeeze in a teeny tiny bathroom right there. Oh yikes. And then on the third floor, we could have the primary bedroom right here with a teeny tiny bathroom as well. How I'm going to do a primary bedroom with 2 tiles, I don't know, but let's find that out as we go. And then over here we can have like an office or an activity room. That's a good space for that. And then for the first floor, all right, that is a difficult one. So yikes to me. Well, what if the kitchen is right here, and then we could squeeze in a living room right there with a couch? Hold on, do we have space for a couch? Yes we do. Okay. Living room, kitchen, and then a dining room. Oh no, we need a big table for the dining room as well. Oh, this is gonna be so awkward. All right, well, the dining room can be about there, which I know is very awkward since the kitchen is over there, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Okay, this is a weird old townhouse, but yeah, that is our layout, people. Oh, holy moly. Okay, let's do this for real. Let's do it for real. Let's put in some stair railings. What about that one? Oh, that clips into the wall, doesn't it? Yeah, we're gonna go with that one then. Boom. Dreams crushed, I tell ya. Ooh, and then with the wallpaper. Exciting wallpaper. Ooh, what if we go for a yellow one? Oh, that should be very good or very bad. Let's see about that. And for the flooring, we're gonna go for this one. Oh, yes. All right, let's start with the kitchen now. Let's just start with it. It's gonna be horrible. I'm gonna use these counters. And no, these ones actually. In that shade, I mean, it's the same counter. But since we have those counters, I'm gonna change up the wallpaper a little bit to maybe this one. I think that's a little bit better. The other wallpaper was too yellow. And then for the fridge, what are we gonna go for? Maybe this one. And the stove, it could be that one. They couldn't afford a better stove, okay? Absolutely do not judge them. Not today. Why am I putting that up first? I don't know. But let's put up the cabinets as well, since we're already here, you know? Oh, and then for the kitchen knickety-knacks, I'm gonna put them up too. How wonderful days. And I'm sorry that you have to view the kitchen knickety-knack like this, with the walls down, but it's the only way to do it, okay? This room isn't wide enough for the camera. But there I go. Our very beautiful squeezed-in kitchen, if you can see it even. But there it is, in all its glory. Whoa. Okay, and then for the living room over here, we need a couch. And what is that gonna be? What is the vibe? I mean, I want a very funky, but also a very family-friendly couch. Nora, find a couch. Oh my gosh, find it. Oh, I can go for this one. Sure, good choice, but Nora. And then we can plop in a TV over there. Boom, boom, boom. And you know, we can't really squeeze in a TV table over here, but we kind of need one. What am I going to do? Oh, I think I'm going to put up a shelf, actually, because you can walk past that. Yeah. And then I'm also going to put up my shelf TV knickety-knacks on that. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, we did the best that we could with that, really. And then we could have a lamp over there. And then on the other side, I think we could squeeze in this table. And maybe even squeeze in the shelf over there. With yet again, some more knickety-knacks on there. Whoa. Oh, gee, Jojo. The living room. Yeah, what can I say? Nothing. Alright, now for these walls right here, it's gonna be quite awkward. Not gonna lie, because we have no windows. It's just a straight on wall. You know, it's gonna be weird. So I think what we can do to reduce the weirdness a little bit with that long wall of nothing, we could just put up some columns here and there, you know, just to separate it a little bit. So it gives the illusion that it's not one straight on wall with nothing on it, you know. That could be a smart move. And the shelf over there, wonderful. And then under the stairs, we're gonna have a plant and a poof for some reason. I mean, I felt like it, so I'm gonna go for that. Can't take it back now. She could take it back, but she don't want to. And then maybe I can put up these pictures. Oh my gosh, it looks so awkward. This is such a difficult build. I didn't think it would be that difficult. I mean, I for sure thought that it was gonna be ugly. I mean, we're not gonna kid ourselves here. It was gonna be ugly from the get-go. But I didn't think it was gonna be this difficult with these awkward walls. Oh, no. But I can tell you one thing. I'm trying my best. And and that's it. Okay, maybe we could put in a toddler chair. One of those high chairs. What are they? This one. Because maybe we shall have a toddler. I don't know if we can put them in. Oh, that's gonna be awkward though. Ooh. Okay, we can put up a wall right there. For the teeniest, tiniest entryway that you have ever seen. But I think we need that. Because it would be kind of awkward to go straight into the dining room, you know? So we can have a wall there. And for the entryway, I'm gonna put up this shelf because it was kind of cute. Boom. I had no idea that it even existed, people. So I'm proud that I found that. And then we're gonna have a little welcome mat at the door. Oh, and what am I gonna have on that wall though? I need something. I can't have another painting, can I? Nah. What about this collage there? Thank you. That's fun and funky. And also maybe kid friendly. I mean, oh, yeah. Oh, we're moving on. And we're gonna move on to the second floor. And oh my, we have to do the second floor, people. What are we gonna start with first on the second floor? I mean, we can start with this bedroom right here, the teeny tiny bedroom. And that teeny tiny bedroom could in fact be a toddler bedroom since it's so smooth. And they are smooth. What a plan. And for the wallpaper, I mean, we could go for this one. We can have like a pink vibe. Ooh, with this carpet. Oh yes, a shag carpet. And then for the toddler bed, what can we go for? I mean, we could go for this toddler bed. That fits the vibe of this room. Oh, beautiful. And then, I mean, we don't have that much space in there. But we could put up a nighttime table over there. And maybe we could have like a toy or something over there. Like this one. I mean, yeah, we can't really squeeze in anything else in this room. So there you go, I guess. Oh, this looks bad. Well, we kind of need a toddler party as well. So there you go, the toddler party. Use it at your own risk, I tell ya. But okay, we can also have a light over there. You can't really see it, but it's there and it's yellow. And that was a toddler bedroom. Wow. And now let's move on to the very teeny tiny bathroom. Here you go with that vibe. That can be a cute little moment. Then we need to put in a shower. And also a toilet and a sink. And I think for the toilet, we could indeed go for this toilet. I don't know if I can use that toilet, but today I'm gonna. And then for the sink, we're gonna go with that sink in a different color. Ooh, okay, that's cool. And then also plop in the middle, maybe some toothbrushes and some hand towels and the toilet roll. Yeah, that's the bathroom. And for the hallway, we are gonna have some radiators. Beautiful. Words cannot comprehend the beauty of that. But what are we gonna have here? We could have something there. Ooh, this bookshelf. Sure, it's skinny, it's here. What else am I gonna put up there? Nothing. And now for this bedroom over here. What are we gonna do for that bedroom? I mean, we could put some bunk beds. I mean, that's gonna block the window though. That's kind of weird. But then again, look at this place. It's already pretty weird. And I don't think that a bunk bed blocking a window is gonna make any change to that. You know, so bunk bed moment it is. And then for the wallpaper, what can we do with the wallpaper? I mean, we could go for a blue moment, something like that one. Then for the carpet, we can go with this sort of vibe. Sure. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I want to put up some little pictures in the hallway. So we can have that one and this one over here. For the bing bada boom. Okay, that was a little bit better. Just a teeny tiny bit better, you know. Okay. We're gonna have a nighttime table over there. And then what else can we squeeze in there, people? I mean, we could have a dresser over there. So what about this one? Okay. And then like a teddy bear or something. Oh, that's a cute old guy. I think we're gonna have that one. Yeah. I'm very unsure about this because, you know, I've never done this before. Done a very skinny build before because why would I? This is a ridiculous plan, but I just hope it's gonna be okay. That's all I'm hoping for. But anyways, I do think we have space for some little skateboards over there. That's kind of cool. And maybe we can plop on the dog as well for some reason. And then we do kind of need a picture over there too. But it needs to be kind of long, but not too long. And also kid friendly. And maybe not an ad. Ooh, then I found something. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put up this rainbow. Hope you like it. Hope you're an ally. Or in the community yourself. I don't know. Because you're gonna have that rainbow. There you go. But alright, you row. For this wall, the awkward wall. Oh, I mean, for all of these rooms, we are gonna have one good side and then one awkward side. That is the curse of this build. They're all gonna have some awkward walls. What are we gonna put up? Okay, what if we have something over there and then maybe a light in the middle and then just some random posters? The tooth fairy. Oh, what a disastrous wall. Do not look at it. Oh, this is so difficult. Like actually, very difficult. Because in real houses, what are called real houses, you would have something to separate this wall with. You know, either a window or some furniture or a wall, something. But we can't do any of that. So it's gonna be one long awkward wall. And how many pictures and posters can you put up on the wall? I don't know. But there's the kid bedroom. And now we're gonna move up to the third floor. And here we are, people. And why is there a book there? It's very much interesting. I'm gonna keep that. But okay, well, what are we gonna begin with on the third floor? Maybe we can begin with the primary bedroom. And I am so excited to see this. How am I gonna do this? Because we can't have a double bed in here. That's for sure. So what can we do? I mean, we could have a bunk bed, but I don't feel like these people want a bunk bed. So what is the other options? I mean, if we place the bed over there, and then we just place the other bed on the other side. I mean, they're at least facing each other, you know? I think that's a very marriage-approved bed. Yes. Yeah, we're gonna go for that layout. But what beds are we gonna go for? Though, maybe, ooh, what about this? Squeeze that in there. Squeeze that in there. Sure, that can work. And then I'm indeed gonna go for this wallpaper, just to change it up a little bit. And then what else can we have in here, people? table. I mean, what can we have? Where are the nightstands gonna be? Great questions all around. Well, okay, the lights can at least be here, that's for sure. And then, instead of the nighttime tables, we're gonna have some shelves with some little knickknacks on it. I mean, sure, that could be kind of cute, couldn't it? I think so. And then for the other side of the room, what are we gonna have there? I mean, we don't have a dresser, and we can't squeeze in the dresser. So what if we have some hanging clothes? We can indeed put up these ones, and then like a mirror over there. Sure, what a beautiful, beautiful bedroom. Right, and then for the bathroom, we're gonna go with these tiles over here. Kind of looks like an apple. Then for the toilet, we're gonna go with this one. And then we're gonna have a sink in there as well. And a teeny tiny shower. Wow. And look, I even put in some teeth, people. Beautiful. We need some teeth. And then it's also kind of important with some towels over there. I think that's okay. For the door. Oh, and we can also have this over there. Cute. I think that's okay as well, hopefully. I mean, not that it's gonna be a problem or anything, because who in their right mind would play in this house? Nobody. I mean, for goodness sake, if you download this build with the main purpose of having some gameplay in this house, you're absolutely insane. Why would you do that to yourself? Alright, now for this room, that was gonna be the activity room. And I mean, what if we put up some desks over here? We can put up two, the tiny ones, back to back. I mean, yeah, that can be an idea. But oh yeah, I did have a little thinking thought that each of these row houses are gonna have their own little veranda panel moment. And I'm sinking down, beautiful. So it would only make sense that the veranda is over here, because we can't have it here. That poor kid, you know? We're gonna have it over here, but we're just gonna have a teeny tiny balcony, like so, because that's all we have space for. Alright, that's a cute little veranda. Can't do anything there, but they have it. And I'm also gonna put up some green chairs, and maybe we can change up the wallpaper to this one. But this wall right here, that could be an accent wall, people. It really could be. And what type of accent wall? Oh, what about Dalmatian accent wall? I mean, you know what? I'm gonna have that, because this place is already ugly. A Dalmatian accent wall is not gonna hurt anybody. Alright, I mean, I have so many questions, but I'm not gonna ask any of them. I'm too afraid. But anyways, on this wall, we're also gonna have some diplomas, because you know, they've been working away. They got them degrees. Oh, I mean, this is a very out and about their family, so maybe they're like a little bit artistic, and the mom is kind of a hippie. She does counseling, you know, she's free-spirited, and the father could be like a music teacher or something. Just throwing it out there. And on this awkward wall, I'm gonna try to put up some boards, and also some shelves, and some very, very random knickknacks, I tell you. Oh, and a fan. Oh, what a beautiful room. It really is. But oh, Geojai, that was the office. Kind of cozy in here. I do kind of like it. This side, we do not speak of that side. That is the awkward side. We shall never look at the awkward side, but the good side is good. And oh, then the backyard. Oh, we need to do the backyard. I almost forgot about that. Well, okay, for the backyard, we can have a little pathway moment like so, maybe. Then we can have some bushes over here, or bushes and plants. And then, right, this is a family backyard. So what do we need for the family backyard? Oh, we need a grill. Boom. And then also a bike over there, a little kid bike, and maybe whatever this is. Whoop. I mean, it would have been good if we could fit in like a swing set or something, but that's not happening. But you knew. I'm also gonna put up a broom over there. And now the backyard for this house is finito, and we're gonna move on to the third house over here. What is that gonna be? Nobody knows. Oh, my voice. Okay. Well, now I do know what this place is gonna be. That is gonna be the home for two old ladies. And if they are a couple of roommates, nobody knows, and nobody has asked them. They just live together. And for the color palette, I think we're gonna go with the light and bright, maybe a little bit blue too. But it is gonna be in a very classic style like this. Oh, that wallpaper, that fits in. And then the staircase. Where are we gonna have the staircase? Maybe we could try with having the staircase over here, maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe that can work. And I'm gonna put down a wall right there for the separation. And then we could have two more walls over here for the kitchen. I mean, that's a tight of a squeeze of a space, but that's all right. We're gonna figure it out. And I think for the wallpaper for the kitchen, we can go with this one, the granny squares. And then for the kitchen itself, we're of course gonna go with the cottage living vibes and the lovely fridge. Oh, and the sink. There we go. And then for the living room, I mean, what type of couch do we have? I don't know where the couch is gonna be, but I'm gonna put in the dining table first. We can have this dining table, maybe in the corner actually, with these chairs like so. You can walk past that and back to the couch. I think we can go for this couch in blue. Ooh, cute. That is a very lovely couch. And then we can have a little table over there, and then the TV can be right here. That fits. Okay. Ooh, and then we need a very, very granny backyard. A granny backyard with some granny stuff. And what even is that? Who knows? But I'm gonna find that out for sure. I indeed did find it out what a granny backyard is, and it's this. You're welcome. And I've also figured out what this space is gonna be. Oh, that is indeed gonna be the telephone corner. Because that's what old ladies have, the telephone corner. There you go. And by the way, you know what I figured out yesterday? That 47% of my returning viewers, i.e. meaning they watched my videos before and they've come back to watch them more, 47% of my returning viewers are not subscribed to my channel. Which, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to subscribe to my channel. I just find that kind of funny. And that is also very me. Alright, I could have watched somebody's videos for a year without subscribing because I haven't thought about that. But But you know, to each your own. I'm proud of you for coming back without subscribing. You do you. You don't even have to subscribe. You can do whatever you want. I just found that funny. But I digress. Here is the first floor of the third house. A entryway, and the living room, the dining room, the cute old kitchen, and the telephone corner. Wow, magnificent. Okay, let's move on to the second floor. And for the second floor, we are gonna have a bedroom for the two maybe roommate grannies. So what if we put on the wall right here, and also a wall right there for the balcony moment? Oh yes, we're gonna have a balcony moment, like so. And then I think I'm gonna change up the flooring to some carpet because you know old people like carpet. Then maybe I'm also gonna change up the wallpaper a little bit to maybe this one. What a vibe. Gonna go with that. Or wait, hold on. I'm gonna change up to this flooring instead. That's more the vibe. And then for the beds, we could indeed go with the same shenanigan that we had in this townhouse right there. I think we're gonna go with that. So a bed over there, and then a bed over there. And then we do have that awkward space right there. So we could indeed just squeeze in the dresser and call it a day. And then above it, it would be kind of cute with a mirror, but we need a long mirror that fits the vibe. So I think I could do my little mirror trick. It's not mine. I found it online, but I'm gonna go like so, and raise it up a little bit. And there you go. I made a movement. Whoa, whoa indeed. Oh, and also some little rugs under there because their feet gets extra cold when you get old. I tell ya, not that I would know, but I'm getting there, people. I'm getting there. And then on the other side, we're gonna have a painting and then some lights, and I'm gonna call it a day on that wall because I'm tired of those awkward walls. All right, I'm real tired of them. I don't want to see any of those frick awkward walls ever again. No. But moving on to this hallway right here. I think it would be kind of funny if we change it up to this wallpaper. Ooh, exciting times that is. And then we can have a little bookcase in that corner. Kind of a weird placement, but why not, you know. And then on this wall, we're gonna have a little picture collage, I mean, a picture collage wall with also a radiator. And then over by here, what can we have there? I mean, we could put up a little hallway table. What are we gonna have on that hallway table? Oh, I know. We are gonna have lots and lots of pictures because grannies, they love lots and lots of pictures. They love to collect them. And there you go. A picture collection. Whoa, there's lots of dull Lotharios in there, but don't mind that. And then for the third floor up here, what are we gonna have, people? I mean, we for sure need a bathroom because I kind of forgot about that. Oh, those poor grannies. They had to walk all the way up to the third floor to get to the bathroom. That can be around here. And then this room, that could be like a hobby room or something. But anyways, let's do the bathroom first. And for the bathroom, we're gonna pop it off with some blue and white tiles, like so. And then a very classic tub, and this white and blue sink, and this fancy old toilet. Boom, all ladies love that. Fancy toilet. What am I talking about? Absolutely not. Just Nora, please stop those shenanigans right now. I mean, geez, sometimes, and what I mean with sometimes, I mean all the time. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just don't know. But that's the bathroom. White and blue, kinda cute. Open here. And then for this room over here, that was gonna be the hobby room or something. TM. We need some chairs, some good old leaning chairs. And what can that be? I mean, oh, what about that? Oh, that could be cute. I am liking it very much. And also cookie jar over there. They love them cookies. And what type of activities are they going to be doing in this room? I mean, good question. What are they going to be doing? Oh, they are going to be doing some cross stitching and some knitting. Whoa, granny room, TM. And then they do kind of need something to look at. And it's not going to be a TV because we already have that. What about a fireplace? Can we squeeze in the fireplace? Oh, this one can work because the footprint is teeny tiny and they can walk past that. Okay, I'm going to have that fireplace. That was easy. And also some wood and the tools of fire. And then we do also need a protection wall so the whole house doesn't catch on fire, doesn't burn into flames. I mean, that would have been horrible if it did that. Those poor old grannies, they don't even know what's up or down. But that's kind of a cute little room. I do got to say, a little knitting cross-stitching room. You cute, happy with that. And my columns disappeared. Oh, there they are. Okay, good. And then for this hallway, I think this is gonna be a hallway / little office nook. His grannies, they do also need an office nook, you know. And for that, I'm gonna change up the wallpaper to this one. Kinda cute, counting out about that. Good for us. And I think I'm just gonna separate the room off a little bit with the columns like so, just so we don't have that many awkward walls around here. One awkward wall is enough, you know. And sadly, we got lots of them today. But anyways, for the desk situation, what desk are we gonna have? Ooh, we can maybe have this one. Ooh, in white. That could be really cute. With even the typewriter computer. That is a vibe. Cute. Oh, and also a clock on the wall. Oh, and that was the little office nook. And the rest of the third floor. And the second floor. And the first floor. And that was the whole third build. And now we're gonna move on to the fourth and final build, people. But gee, Bali, it looks horrible. Do not look at them. This was a horrible idea, I tell you. And let's see, for the fourth build, we could try with having the staircase somewhere around there, just in the back, so we get some different feels set in there, you know. And then we can separate the entryway a little bit over there. And then we could have the kitchen over there, and then like a dining room over here. But they're not gonna have a living room on the first floor. That's gonna be somewhere else, people. And then for the second floor, ooh, I need to plan this out. So I think for this house, the fourth and final house, that is gonna be two roommates who are kind of eccentric, and they also have two cats. cats. One for each roommate, you know? And they love purple. And this time I'm gonna make a real purple build. Not like my last purple room. That was just a hint of purple. It's not gonna be like that this time. But I did say that the room was sad and fancy. And it was a sad room, wasn't it? So technically I was right. But anyways. Okay, for the second floor, we could have a bedroom over here for one of the roommates. And then over here we could have a bathroom. And then we could squeeze in the room over here. That's for the cats. The cat room. Je knew. They need a cat room, these people. And then for the third floor, we could have another bathroom. And then a bedroom for the other roommate. That's gonna be right there. And then over here, that's gonna be the living room with a teeny tiny little veranda right there. I think that's our plan. Plan and a half. We're gonna go for that plan. All right, let's start with the first floor. And I think for this townhouse, it would be kind of funny, or it wouldn't be funny. It's gonna be ugly, but it would also be funky. See if we had some purple walls like so. But then we're also gonna mix it up with this wooden wall here and there, so it's not like a purple room, you know, kind of like so. It's an idea, okay? Do not judge me. Beautiful. Now for the kitchen, that's gonna be right here. We need some kitchen tiles. So purple you go. That's kind of a cute purple wall. And then for the kitchen itself, we're gonna go with some purple counters with also a purple stove and a purple fridge. Boom. Oh, and a yellow sink. They didn't have a purple sink, so there you go. And oh, also the cabinets. So you're gonna have that one. And maybe this weird old baby thing over there. Sure, I mean, they are eccentric, so they would have that for some reason. Anyways, I'm also now gonna put up my kitchen diggity knacks. They are up and popping, my kitchen diggity knacks. It was truly a wonderful time. And now we just gotta find a lot of random purple stuff. And that's gonna be hard. Oh yeah. I mean, we could also throw in some yellow things though. Like there's a yellow box, the pet box, the toy box over there. And also a very out and about their purple table. Oh yikes, this is gonna be kind of ugly, but at this point, I don't care. You know, this is already ugly. So why not go all out? You know, this build is not gonna win any prizes, I'll tell you that. But we're gonna have some little pet beds over here in purple and in yellow. And a picture over there. Ooh, and maybe we can have this shelf thingy over in that corner. Kinda cute, kinda liking that. Absolutely ugly. Oh, and then by here, we of course need some pet bowls. So there you go, 2 of them. And then we could like have a mat under there in case they spill their food. They might do. Oh, they might will do. I say with no knowledge about cats. No knowledge at all. But anyways, now on to the entryway. And what can we squeeze in here? I mean, we can have a welcome mat of a cat. And that thingy thing over there. Just because it was purple, really? I don't know, but okay. We are gonna have that. Oh, and then over in this corner, we're gonna have this funky old mirror. Whoa, that is a cool old mirror. And that was a very messy and ugly entryway. Proud of that. And now we're gonna move on to the second floor. Oh no, before I do the second floor, we're gonna do the back gardens, the backyard. So I think for the backyard, we could have a cat toilet over here. A car toilet? I don't know what I said. Cat toilet over there because I am unsure if we can squeeze it anywhere else. So it's gonna be that. And then we also need some toy boxes. Lots of them because these 2 roommates, they love them cats. Love them to death. Okay. And that was indeed the backyard. Very simple, easy, breezy, and not really that beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the second floor. And for the second floor, we're gonna start with the bedroom for one of the roommates. Now I'm gonna change up the wallpaper to this one. Funky. And the shag rug maybe. Ooh, I mean, that could be a vibe. And then let's see. What do they have in the bed section? Ooh, we can have this bed actually. With this funky nighttime table. And that wardrobe. Sure. I mean, I have given myself the very difficult task of 1, building in this very skinny house. I.e. meaning we only have one side to put the furniture. And number 2, I have chosen a purple theme. And we don't have that many purple items. What am I doing to myself? This is so difficult. But anyways, here's the bedroom number 1. Oh wow. It looks like a kid exploded in there. But okay. For the hallway, what are we gonna have for the hallway? I mean, we can maybe put up this one right in the corner. It is a corner furniture. One corner down. Lots of corners to go. And then, oh, this is so difficult. On that wall, we can maybe slice it off with a mirror. And then we can have some posters here and there. Or instead of posters, we can have these funky neon lights. Gee, this is ugly, but I've gone off the rails, so there you go. I don't even get it more. Okay. Let's do the cat room. And in the middle of the cat room, we're gonna have a cat tree and a cat toilet. We need 2 of them, that's okay. And some stuff on the wall. And some more cat toys everywhere. Oh, and we can have some string lights. Oh, that could be kind of cute, okay. And instead of the curtains, I'm just gonna have some blinds, you know, so the cats don't do cat stuff with the curtains. And goodness gracious me, what are we gonna have on those walls? I feel like I've already used every single penny that I like. But oh, okay. What if we have some picture frames? Some empty ones. But you can fill them in later. If you for some reason gonna play in this build, which you are not. For the right row. And now for the bathroom. And for the bathroom, we're just gonna go with the same tiles that we had in the kitchen. So these ones. And they didn't really have a purple flooring, so I'm gonna go with this one. Boom! With this bathtub also. And then we could have this sink. It's not purple at all. It kind of fits in. With also a cute old Japanese toilet. Boom. Oh, and okay. Well, we're gonna have have that medicine cabinet. The purple doesn't really match, but it is purple, people. That it indeed is. I feel like I've actually gone off the rails. For real. I have lost all my hope for this build. It turned out really ugly, I gotta say. But put up an iron board and a towel, in case you were wondering what a bathroom that was. But anyways, let's move on to the third floor. And what are we gonna do for the third floor? Oh, I'm excited and also kind of scared. But I think that for the third floor, we're gonna do the bathroom, and it's gonna be kind of in the same genre as the bathroom downstairs. So we of course gonna have a sink with a funky mirror. This one, it's kind of cute. And you know, some hand soap, some toothbrushes, and a cute old hand towel in purple. And then for the toilet, it's gonna be the same toilet. Bam! That would only make sense that you have the same toilet in the same townhouse. Just my thought process here. Oh, and then we're gonna have a shower actually, because this is a teeny tiny bathroom. So this one, there you go, with also a shower glass in there, and I'm gonna squeeze it into the wall so you can walk past there. Good luck with that. That was indeed the bathroom. Bum, 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 everywhere. And now we're gonna move on to the bedroom for the other roommate. And for that bedroom, we are gonna have the same rug. There we go. And the same wallpaper, but just in a different shade. So maybe this one, if we are brave enough, we're gonna have that one. And then we can place the bed over there. It's gonna be the same bed because couldn't find a better bed. So you know. And then we're gonna have a desk over here. Let's squeeze that in. Yeah. With some little desk knickety-knacks on there. And then, oh, we can have this cute little teddy bear on there. Oh, magical. Oh, I'm floating down. We can have this corkboard with some cute postcards. You know, this roommate, she has been traveling around. And then she got a cat. And now there's no traveling. And can I squeeze in a freaking wardrobe in here? Yeah, that works. Beautiful. Some would even say magical. Magical? No one would say that, Nora. I feel like this build has truly ended me. Like, for real. This has been so difficult to furnish this build. I know. But anyways, let's move on to the living room. That's what this was going to be, right? Yeah, the living room. And for that, we need a couch. Do we have a funky old couch? Oh, we have this one. Do they have that in purple? Oh, yes, the cow print one. Beautiful. Just what I wanted. Then we can also have a little table over there with some little knickety-knacks. And then on the other side, we're going to have a TV. And then I'm going to do the same trick as I did in the first build. No, the second build. Second house, I mean. I'm going to put up these shelves with some quote-unquote TV table knickety-knacks. Whoa. I mean, this is turning out to be a cute old living room, people. Look at that. I'm liking it. So far, I'm liking it. Okay, what are we going to have on that wall, by the way? We need to find some stuff. I mean, we can put up these pictures. I need to size them up, though. Just sort of kind of like so. And then we can have something on top of there. Something on top of there, like a neon sign. Boom. Beautiful moment, Pandora. Gee. And then out here for the veranda panda, we do need some chairs, some purple chairs, which is kind of eccentric too. What can that be? Oh, what about the inflatable ones? That sounds like a superhero movie, by the way. But we can have that with that little game over there. I don't know why, but you can have that. And then some stars, string lights, and make the place a little bit cute. Ah, beautiful. All right, well, that was the fourth and final townhouse in all its glory, people. I mean, have you ever seen anything that beautiful before? I don't think so. No. And with that, we are going to begin with the exterior of this place. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I mean, let's start with the wallpaper first. I think that's the easiest thing we can do. So I think definitely that this build right here, that's going to have, oh my gosh, I'm jumping up and down. But this build right here, that's going to have the scrapped up vibe. And then for the second build, I mean, what can you get? How about some yellow bricks? Sure. You liked yellow on the inside, didn't you? Yes, you did. So there you go. And for the third build, they like the light blue and the white. So what are you indeed going to get? You can get this one. Yeah, you're going to get that one. And then for the third build, I mean, we don't have anything purple. Like, look at this. You're not going to get that one. No, you're not. And that's not purple. Come on. That's like a dusty old pink. I refuse. So instead, you're just going to get some bricks because I'm done with that. I'm done with you. I'm done with everybody. You're going to get those bricks. Okay? No more tomfoolery. No. All right. And then for the roof, what am I supposed to do with the roof? Each of them are going to get their own roof. But like, how? I mean, I can really, truly do whatever I want right now because it's going to be ugly no matter what I do. So why not make it intentionally ugly? You can get that roof. And then this one, what if we put up a half gable roof, stretch it along, and then copy it, and then just stretch along there, maneuver it around. It can be something like that. What a horrendous tragedy. Oh, gee. Oh, okay. But we're gonna move past that. And you, me friend, you're gonna get this type of roof. And then I'm gonna do it like so. Take it down a little bit. And I hope you're very happy with that because I am not. And then you, me friend, you're gonna get a hip roof. I hope you're all very pleased. This boy, oh boy, I am too in this room. But anyways, while I think about the roof, because it's not gonna be like that. That was ugly. While I think about the roof, I'm just gonna put up some columns just to frame this place in a little bit because maybe it will look a little bit less ugly that way. And yeah, give it some charm. And then we can also put up some exterior trims just to frame it in even more, people. And look at that, already a little bit better. Boom, boom. All right, now I need to think about the roof a little bit more. Oof. Okay, well, I've thought about it and These are our roofs, people. Isn't it wonderful? I mean, I'm also gonna put up some dormers and stuff because this is truly horrible. So for this roof, we're gonna put up this little dormer right about there. And then for this roof, you are gonna get this dormer. And then in the back too. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then for you, my friend, what are you gonna get? You can get that one. Hope you're happy with that. I mean, I think for this whole build, the story behind it, it's that it's very old. And it was originally one big build. But then many years of history, it kind of split into two. And then it split into three. And then it turned into this whole mess. And throughout the whole history of this build, none of the neighbors has actually liked each other. So, you know, when they were gonna put in some new tiles, some new paint, they could never decide on anything. So in the end, it became this mess. And that's the story. And then you, my guy, you're gonna get an eviction notice because your house is falling apart and you have not done anything about it. And I mean, it looks better already, doesn't it? Kinda does. I approve. And then on the back here, I'm also gonna put up some awnings and some flower boxes stuff. Flower boxes stuff. Is that even the word, Nora? Oh, and then by the way, I'm also gonna put up this. Some spandrels. That's what they're called. In some different colors. You can get that one. You're gonna get that one. And you already have one. And then for the... Oh my gosh. That is one ugly wall. Oh no. Hold on. When I put up the windows, I did not think for a second about how it's gonna look on the outside. That is horrible. But I'm not gonna change up the windows now. No. So I just need to go with it, you know. Alright. I'm gonna put up some wall graffiti, signs, whatever it is, just on the wall to make it scary. You know, it's not been kept up at all. There you go. And maybe we can have some commercials up there. You know, they gotta make some money. And then we could even have an air conditioning up there. Why not? Oh, and then also something that's really important is some bars on the windows because they are falling apart, people. There you go. And maybe we can have some vines. Not the green luscious vines. No. It's gonna be dried up vines that needs to be cleaned up for real skis. And then maybe just a water pipe, water drain all along there. Oh, what a magical wall. And then I'm gonna do the same on this wall. But you know, it's gonna be a little bit nicer, but still kind of about there. But not as bad as the other wall, I'll tell you. Okay, now we're gonna begin with the front gardens right here. We need some stuff. That we for sure do. And what do we need? I mean, we need some trash bins. We can use these ones. Boom. Trash bins. And, ooh, the colors. What colors are we gonna go for? I mean, you can get blue, you can get yellow maybe. You can get green, and you can get a dirty brown. That one. And then for the mailboxes, I mean, I could go for that one, but I think I'm gonna go for this one because it has a lot of variants. You're gonna get a mailbox right there, and right there. And let's see, you can get like a boring one, that one. And you are the family, so you can get that one, the little cutesy one. And you are old people, so you're gonna get a white one. And then for this house, they also need a funky one, but the only one left is that one. But we already have one, and they need a real funky one. Do we have something else? Well, we have this one. Oh, that is cute. I want that one. But then again, it doesn't really make sense that one of them has a different mailbox, but it could make sense if we take this one and then we just place it inside here, because they absolutely hated their mailbox. So they just stuck the mailbox in here and then just bought their own. You know, problem fixed. And then you, my friend, you're also gonna get a lot of mail that you haven't cleaned up. All right, you have a lot of complaints about your house. The council have been calling and they want you out. But alright, let's begin with the landscaping of this place. And what am I even gonna do? I mean, let's sketch this out, people, like we always do. And I think on this side we could have some trees to hide up that ugly wall, so like so, but a lot better. And then we could have a parking lot right here, and then in the back here we could have a little play area for the kiddos. And then in the front here we could have some plants and maybe a little table or something. Sure, that seems like a plan. And I'm also gonna pave this all in some stone. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna do it for real right now. Oh yes, so first and foremost, let's put down the flooring. What about this one? That looks like a walkway. I'm gonna put that all the way around town, and by that I mean all the way around the build. And then right here we're gonna have a parking lot, so I'm just gonna put that in this one, maybe right about here. Sure, we'll see about that though. But before we do the parking lot, I'm gonna put up the trees by this wall so we can forget about that wall once and for all. So I think I'm maybe gonna put up this tree, but it wouldn't really make sense that a tree is growing straight out of the ground. So what if I take these ones, the green grass plot? That is massive, so I'm gonna size it down and plop it right there. And I'm gonna do that for all of them. For real, I'm gonna do that for all of them. Just kind of like so. All the formation row. Yeah, that was the trees. Now back to this, our parking lot. So for the parking lot, I'm gonna put up this one, the fence for window shopping. And let's see, I think they're gonna be 3 tiles wide, and maybe we can have 4 of them. You know, there are 3 buildings, and we're gonna have 1 parking spot for the guests. So boom, boom, boom. Oh, that was wrong. I messed it up. Hold on. It's gonna be like so actually. And then we're gonna put up the parking stop from the debug menu, and we're gonna plop it down right there. And I need to size it up. I forgot about that. Let's set that like so. And then for the piece of resistance, people, I'm gonna take these ones again from the debug section, and I'm gonna plop them down right here. I'm gonna leave one open though, and then I need to size start them up a little bit with Toolbot. And it's gotta be like that, people. And then we need to put in our cars, our fake cars. So we can have that one maybe, and this car, oh, and a little Mini Cooper, and a big old truck. Boom. And then for this guy that lives in this house, he can't afford a car, but he still has a parking lot. So you know what he does? He parks his frackety bike on there. The neighbors hate him. Oh, and then we of course need a parking meter, so boopity bum, and maybe also some trash bins. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And now for the little play area over here, I think we are gonna frame it in with a fence, you know, for the protection of the kids as you go. And then maybe place down this flooring and then just pretend that it's soft linoleum. Oh, and then a swing set. And we can indeed go for this swing set. Kind of cute, kind of nice. And then in that corner, we are gonna plant in some flowers. Wow. And then maybe by here, we can have some toys that one of the kids have forgotten out here. And maybe one of the marble rings. Our play area. Okay, moving on to this little spot right here. So we were gonna have some plants that we indeed were gonna have. So I think we're gonna frame the plants in with a little fence, like so. The formation, beautiful. And then also delete the flooring. We can have a nice flower bed. Oops. Oh no, I messed it up, Nora, how could you? But anyways, I'm then gonna put some flowers in that flower bed. Whoa, and there you go, my flower bed. And then I'm gonna put a parking lot. No, not a parking lot. A parking table. No, park table in there. Ghibli, I need a nap. And you know what? I'm gonna go for this one. That's kind of funky. With a little picnic basket on top of that. Cute, cute. And you know what? We're gonna have another marble ring. Boom. The kids were here. And then over here, what if we had these ones? The insect farms. So I don't know. These people right here, they like them insect farms. Maybe also just a random basketball that one of the kids left. Oh, and then the final one, the hopscotch. That's all. And another bike. Now I'm finito. That's kind of a cute bike. I like that bike. I like me bikes. I don't have a bike. I just walk everywhere and it's miserable up here. But anyways, that was the build. I mean, look at that. In all its glory, the build. And oh my gosh, it's ugly. But I said it was gonna be ridiculous, and it is ridiculous, so nobody is allowed to complain. Nobody. But you know what it's time for right now? Oh, it's time for a frackety house tour, so strap yourself in. It's time to look at a very ugly build. And here is indeed the build people in front of the house. You know what? It's kind of cute. It could have been a lot worse, you guys. It was a heck of a challenge, I tell ya. And I survived, barely. But you know, it's the front of the house, as I said. And then we got one of the sides of the house with our parking lot, and that eating corner, and the very sad kid playing corner. Oh, yay. And then we got the back of the house with lots of things happening there. Oh my, with all the backyards as well. Gee, what a place. And then we got the last side of the house. And isn't that a sight to behold, people? Truly is. But let's step on inside. The build. What of the builds? Oh, it is a... I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm gonna go in here. And this was the townhouse that belonged to a guy who just bought this place. This rundown build of a place. And he can niche afford to renovate anything. Nothing, I tell ya. Nothing. But on the second floor, we shall find some empty bookcases and a very, very sad veranda. Oh, and then over here, what is in here, people? Oh, it's a very, very sad bathroom. And my stuff is missing. Oh no, gotta put that in. But okay, here's the bathroom. And then on the third floor, we have a hole in the floor. And also a walk-in closet. Oh my gosh, my camera. And a bedroom. Isn't that sad? And last but not least, people, we have an office. A very sad office. Gee, and that was the first build. Let's move on to something more happier. Into the second build we go. And here's the entryway. And the beautiful dining room. Oh yeah. And then we got the kitchen over here. Oh, I'm ending up in the wall. But there's the kitchen. And then we got a cute old living room. And that is actually cute. And then on to the second floor, we shall find a painting. And some more pictures over there. And then in here, we have a kid's bedroom. Hello, hello. Hello. That's actually kind of cute. Not mad at that. And then in here, we have a teeny tiny bathroom. Oh my gosh. And then we also have the toddler bedroom. On to the third floor. And my camera is going crazy again. We have the office activity room with all of its moments. And the very teeny tiny balcony. And then on the other side, oh my gosh. And then on the other side, we have a bedroom, the primary bedroom, and it's so ugly, I can't. And then the bathroom. Oh gee. On to the next house. We had the granny house with the granny entrance, the granny living room, everything white and blue, and the cute old granny kitchen, and a telephone corner. And then on the second floor, what do we have here? We have a bookcase. Ooh, and this hallway with all the pictures. Oh my gosh, the picture collectors. Gee. And then in here, ooh, we have a cute old bedroom for grannies, and also a veranda. Bum 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 bum. Oh my gosh, where am I going? Where am I? Here we have the third floor with a cute old office, and the stuff is sticking through the wall. That's not good. I'm gonna fix that. But here's the office and the rest of the hallway. And then we got the cute old hobby room, and I'm ending up in the wall. I'm ending in, I'm ending out. Hobby room. And also a bathroom. And you know what? I feel sorry for the people who only watch my house tours. And yes, I know that there's some people who only watch my house tours and nothing else. And I feel so sorry for them because my house tours are always bad. They are so chaotic because I'm doing it at the end of the day and I have lost all brain power. But here's what are we on? The fourth and final house. The kitchen over here and the stuff on the other wall. well. Then over here we got the dining room. And then on the second floor, we got hallway with the ugly wall. No, we're not looking at that. Then we got the cat room and the bathroom in one of the bedrooms. And we have some lights there floating around. That was not supposed to be there, but bedroom. And then on the third floor, we got a little wall over there and the living room. Hey, and a balcony. And then over here, we have another room with a cute little desk movement. Some cute stuff over here too. And some mirrors. And then if you go in here, you have another bathroom. And what a great moment to end this video on. And then last but not least, a little overview of all the floors. So here we have the third floor, the second floor, and the first floor. And that was indeed the house tour. Say goodbye to this build. We shall never see you again. And that's a good thing. And now it's time for the outro. And welcome. This is the outro. Hey ho. If for some reason you want to download this build, you can. It's up on my gallery. And my gallery ID is JustNoraGaming. Bam bam. And I mean, why would you even download this build? I don't know why, but it's there. Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe because it really does help me out. So thank you. But only if you want to. Only if you want to. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.